ओके सर, 1 मिनट सर। कुछ लोग आ रहे हैं, मैं 1 मिनट उनको ऐड कर लेता हूँ सर, 1 मिनट सर। जायसवाल सर, आप देंगे तिपन्ना जी का इंट्रोडक्शन सर? डॉक्टर जायसवाल।
जायसवाल आया है क्या?
हाँ, yeah, I am there. I am there.
हाँ सर, एक बार सर इंट्रोडक्शन दीजिए ना सर डॉक्टर साहब का।
Yeah, please, no problem. डॉक्टर अपना स्लाइड दीजिए ना, सेकंड वाला।
अच्छा, सेकंड वाला निकालो।
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. This is Dr. Jaiswal. We are glad to have Dr. Tipanna again on this forum. As I had talked earlier, Dr. Tipanna is a gold medalist BTech from UTCT Bombay, now ICT. He has over 25 years of research experience, industrial. He has been for 5 to 6 years while doing his MTech and PhD. He has been a lecturer at UTCT. He started his professional.
सर मेरी सबसे रिक्वेस्ट है, हैंड फोल्डेड रिक्वेस्ट है कि अपने सभी माइक्स आप म्यूट पे रख लें ताकि जो प्रेजेंटर हैं, जो स्पीकर हैं, उनका प्रॉपर वॉइस सब तक पहुंचे। आई रिक्वेस्ट यू ऑल। जी डॉक्टर जायसवाल।
Yeah. So Dr. Tipanna started his professional career with immediately after BTech with Asian Paints for a year. After that, he came back for masters and PhD, and he did his MTech PhD again at UTCT. And after his PhD, he joined Avon Pigments at Bangalore, and where he has started his direct working in pigments, and then after that he has started his own manufacturing facility for nylon 6% pigments and specialty plasticizer. He has been extensively worked on variety of coating, plastics, and applications for inks. And now today he is joining us to speak on fluorescent pigments. I welcome Dr. Tipanna on this forum and let him take over. Yeah, doctor.
Thank you, Rajendra, and thank you, Manesh, for giving this platform and introducing nicely, as you've done earlier also. Thank you once again. And today I'm going to speak on the fluorescent pigments. As per my introduction is concerned, Rajendra is already given. Now let us start with the fluorescent pigment. Now, what is a fluorescent pigment? Everybody knows what is fluorescent pigment. They are bright in color, very bright in colors. They are also called daylight pigments because they give their brightness in the daytime only. So, in presence of light, they are bright in color. Therefore, that's why they are called daylight pigments. They are available in few range colors only. About 8 to 10 colors are there, starting from the pink, red, yellow, chrome, magenta, violet, blue. So these are 6 to 7 colors are there which are available. And most of the fluorescent pigment, what they are? They are nothing but dyes. Fluorescent dyes are dispersed in the polymer matrix. That is what fluorescent pigment chemical it is there. Depending upon the application, different polymer agents are selected. The polymer agents selected are different for different applications. That we'll discuss in detail in the later stage. Fluorescent pigments are available in fine particles. They are available in the fine particles. It need not to be stirred, need not to be grinded. Just you to mix it, and the pigment will be dispersed in your system. Therefore, if they are already in the fine particle form, like pearlescent pigment, these are also in the fine particle form. In pearlescent pigment, the range are very high, but here it is about 5 micron is the maximum particle size will be there. Now, what are the characteristics of fluorescent pigment? Fluorescent pigment, as I told you, they are bright in color, available in the fine powder, does not require grinding, available in the limited color range only, very poor light fastness. That is the main drawback of the fluorescent pigment, because the light fastness is very poor, and that's why these fluorescent pigments are not widely used in the paint application, especially for the outdoor applications. Most of the grades are stable up to the moderate temperature. The temperature stability is very limited and hence cannot be used for high temperature. But there are some special grades which can be used for higher temperature, hence they are used in plastic application also. Most of the grades are affected by solvents. The fluorescent pigments are some are thermoplastic, some thermoset, some are in between. They are affected by solvents. Therefore, it is few grades of the fluorescent pigments are only used for the solvent-based applications. Otherwise, all grades cannot be used for solvent-based applications. Depending upon the application, different grades of fluorescent pigments are available commercially. That we will discuss in general. What are the different grades of fluorescent pigments are available in the market? Now, if you come to the general properties, so they are the different colors, as I told you: pink, red, orange, chrome, yellow, green, blue, and violet. The density is about 1.36. They are available in the particle size, anything ranging from 3 to 5 microns, average particle size, and the range will be about 0 to 12 microns. Softening point is about 110 degrees. They get softened because they are polymer based. They are not, unlike other pigments, they are not non-melting. They are melting pigments. As a high temperature, they become semi-solid materials. They decompose because these are polymer based products. Therefore, they decompose. The decomposed temperature is about 200 to 230 degrees Celsius. The bulk density is about 500 to 550 kg per meter cube, or you can say 0.5 to 0.55 gram per cc. The oil absorption is about 50 grams per 100 gram of samples. Now, coming to the grades, which are the grades? This is very important. Which are the grades available in the fluorescent pigment? And depending upon the grade, the application also changes. And so, depending on the application grades, the grades are changes. So now, first is the thermoplastic grades. So thermoplastic grades, basically, in this case, the resin system used is sulfonamide. Basically, it is the toluene sulfonamide and formaldehyde resin is there. In that, the different kinds of resins are added in this, and they are partially cross-linked. They are partially cross-linked. That's why they are thermoplastic in nature, and the cross-link is done with the help of melamine. So this type of grades available in two types. One is lower concentrated dyes, and another is a higher concentrated dyes. So one is having the high strength, another is having the low strength. So depending upon the strength requirement, the grades are selected, and they are bright in colors. And they are used. These grades are used in the paper coatings, textile printing, waterborne paints, vinyl coated fabrics, and the fabric inks and other type of applications. But mostly they are used for paper coatings, textile coatings, and water-based paints and inks. Thermoset. So thermoset is another grade of the fluorescent pigment. Here, the resin system used is what is that is a toluene sulfonamide, formaldehyde, and melamine. But sometimes a benzoguanidine is also used to have a high solvent resistance or highly cross-linked polymers. Basically, they are cross-linked. They are insoluble in the solvent, or they are less affected by the solvent, and they are also available in two grades. One is the high concentrated, or second is the low concentrated.
Sir, Tipana sir, sorry to interrupt you. Sir, थोड़ा सा layman language भी थोड़ा सा ध्यान रख लें sir.
हाँ जरूर.
Thank you.
So these are available in two grades. One is thermoset. They are in the thermoset. One is high concentrated, and the second is the low concentrated. Basically, the dye concentration, जो dye डाला जाता है, वो dye का concentration कम ज़्यादा रहता है. तो जो कम होता है, उसके अंदर that is having the more brighter, but having the less concentration. But another is having the high concentration of the dyes, जहाँ पर brightness कम होता है, लेकिन उसका concentration ज़्यादा होता है. So these are the two grades available in the thermoset also and thermoplastic also. In thermoset, the resin system used is also sulfonamide, formaldehyde, and melamine, but they are more cross-linked compared to the thermoplastics. And because of that, their solvent resistance power is increases. They are used in solvent-based paints and inks. They are also suitable for use in the water-based they can also use for water-based system, but they are suitable for the solvent-based systems. So these are the thermoset grades. Now third is all these are based on the formaldehyde, because the formaldehyde is one of the raw material present in the thermoplastic, also thermoset. Now coming to the plastic and plastic grades. In these plastic grades, the fluorescent pigments are present in the in this case formaldehyde is not present, and the resin system used is either polyester or polyamide. The polyester is having the lower grade compared to the polyamide. Polyamide gives the high temperature resistance and polyamide gives the low temperature resistance. So these are two grades available in the market, and polyester is cheaper and polyamide is a costly product. And
डॉक्टर पिपन्ना सर थोड़ा सा सॉरी सर, एक तो ना आपका जो स्लाइड है वो बाहर जा रहा है, थोड़ा उसको थोड़ा सा छोटा कर ले, जूम, हाँ सर थोड़ा सा ऐसे कर लें, और जो चैट में लोग बोल रहे हैं कि थोड़ा सा आहिस्ता आहिस्ता बता दें हमें, ताकि हम थोड़ा समझ पाए, थोड़ा आहिस्ता आहिस्ता बता दें सर।
चलो
थैंक यू।
तो जो थर्मोप्लास्टिक जो प्लास्टिक ग्रेड फ्लोरेसेंट पिगमेंट है, उसके अंदर दो टाइप के रीजन होते हैं, एक पॉलिस्टर रीजन होता है और दूसरा पॉलीमाइड रीजन होता है। जो पॉलिस्टर रीजन होता है वो लो टेम्परेचर एप्लीकेशन के लिए होता है, और जो पॉलीमाइड रीजन होता है जो हाई टेम्परेचर एप्लीकेशन के लिए होता है। पॉलिस्टर रीजन बेस्ड फ्लोरेसेंट पिगमेंट चीप होते हैं और पॉलीमाइड रीजन बेस्ड फ्लोरेसेंट पिगमेंट कॉस्टली होते हैं। एंड इन सभी फ्लोरेसेंट पिगमेंट सभी ग्रेड के अंदर सभी कलर मिल जाते हैं, सभी कलर बनाए जाते हैं, रेंजिंग फ्रॉम द पिंक टू ब्लू कलर, सभी कलर बनाते हैं। एंड हियर आल्सो यू कैन मेक द डिफरेंट कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, हाई कॉन्सेंट्रेशन, लो कॉन्सेंट्रेशन। बेसिकली कि लो कॉन्सेंट्रेशन मतलब चीपर प्राइस होता है, एट द सेम टाइम ब्राइटनेस अच्छा रहता है, एंड हाई कॉन्सेंट्रेशन मतलब इज द cost wise higher and the brightness is comparatively less. So that is there. And these plastic grades, they are used in making the plastic applications such as LDP, SDP, polypropylene, ABS, nylon, high impact polystyrene. So in this application, these plastic grades are used, and these plastic grades are, the resin system is different, and that is the polyester and polyamide. And there is no formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is used here, so sometimes they are called formaldehyde-free grades. Basically, there is no formaldehyde is there. Now, next is the toner based, basically toner. The toner means basically it is a solvent soluble, either water soluble or solvent soluble. In this case, it's a low melting temperature, having the same thing, sulfonamide, formaldehyde, and melamine based systems, and they are used for making the solvent solution based fluorescent pigment used for the gravure printing and other printing applications, especially textile printing. This is widely used. And their toner means basically it is a soluble, completely it is dissolved in the solvent system, and the solution is used for the making the fluorescent pigment printing, for printing the textile applications. Now another is the ink base, basically.
Like on that coating, whether the light fastness will increase or not.
Sure, it will increase because you are protecting the upper surface, then definitely it will be improve your light fastness. So by coating with the clear coat, it will definitely improve the light fastness of fluorescent pigment.
One more, sir, last one. In powder coating, you told that you should go for the polyamide things. But if we will go with the polyamide with the benzogonamide formaldehyde, I think it will give better heat resistance than the MF1. Is it correct?
Can you repeat?
Say in powder coating.
Can you repeat?
You told that.
Can you repeat?
Go for the in powder applications while manufacturing the powders.
Polyamide.
You told that the type of pigment will be of polyamide polymer based. Polyamide polymer based with the benzogonamide formaldehyde polymer. It will give better heat resistance than.
No.
Okay.
No. For benzogonamide formaldehyde is not a polyamide. It's not a polyamide. Polyamide is a different kind only.
Okay.
Only solvent resin can be good in the case of benzogonamide.
Okay, fine, sir. Thank you.
Okay, Suresh ji, Surya Prakash ji, sorry.
Thank you.
Sir, namaste.
Mm.
How far this fluorescent pigments are affected by
Namaste.
ultraviolet rays, sir? How efficiently, probably if you are using it in indoor.
High. Indoor it is last for some time, but outdoor it is affected. UV is the main culprit for decompose of fluorescent pigment. Fluorescent pigment is easily affected by UV radiation.
Okay. Right, sir. And another thing, what we, just we are trying to develop. See, when we, modified with some material, the fluorescent pigment, this thing increases by almost 15%, 15 to 20%. Instead of using 10% of the pigment, you can use only 1%, gives the same kind of fluorescence. Just we are working on that. It is one is that. Second one, if you are modifying again with material, the phosphorescence is going to give almost, if there is a 15 minutes or half an hour, it is going to increase almost by 45 minutes to 1 hour. This is something, just we are trying to do this kind of a thing, which is going to give you a brightness of almost 10 times more. You can use 10 times less of the fluorescent pigment. Just we are working on that. Thank you. Just round it.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else want to ask any question?
हाँ मनीष जी हमको ले लीजिए लाइन पे।
जी कुलदीप जी बोले सर।
हेलो, I'm
बोलिए।
Mr. Tipanna.
बोलिए।
Yeah, actually I'm Kuldeep Verma from Sai Consultancy, and we are into powder coating. So मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि हमारे कुछ कस्टमर को ये बोला जाता है जो आर्टिफिशियल डे लाइट चैम्बर है उसमें यूवी लाइट रहता है वायलेट कलर का।
बराबर है।
So after making powder coating, that color should be visible in UV light or not?
That color should be
visible.
See, most of the fluorescent pigment, when you expose to the UV radiation, the brightness increases. The brightness is more, so you can see more brightly. So compared to normal light. So if it is in the UV chamber, then the fluorescent will be seen more predominantly. You can see more easily, basically.
But actually, we observed that if sometime with the pigment, if I am using titanium dioxide, the visibility in UV light is very, very less.
No, with combination of titanium dioxide, definitely drop down like anything. Because the titanium dioxide decreases the fluorescent effect very drastically. So that can be reduced by using titanium dioxide in combination. That's correct.
So what should be the right percentage of titanium that can be used in the powder coating for the optimum opacity?
No, basically you have to balance it out how much brightness you fluorescent you want and how much opacity you want. And then based on that, you can decide the ratio of fluorescent to. So on the average, you can say I can say it is about 2 to 4, 1:2 ratio is a good fluorescent should be a half and it can that should be double.
Okay. That we have to decide by our own. Huh?
Yes, that is your formulation. Formula has to be decided.
Thank you.
Mr. Suresh Babu. Suresh Babu ji.
हाँ
नमस्कार।
नमस्कार।
Sir, I just wanted to know this fluorescent pigments, is it compatible with other pigments like any other organic or inorganic pigments, so that we can mix both the pigments and get to some formulation? Is it possible?
Yes, it's possible. It's possible. You can first thing you have to grind that part of pigment and then you can add this material. So there is no problem. But I don't think there is any fun because using the in combination with some other pigment, I don't think that there is much big with the other pigment. The person pigment is used in combination. Other pigments are rarely used. I don't think I have not come across any other pigment.
So there will not be much effect to that mix. You are telling like that, no, sir? There will not be so much effect, that fluorescent effect.
Not, no, there will not be much. There will not be much advantage basically, but
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
use
yeah.
it. There is no problem in using.
Okay, sir. Okay. And sir, you just told us the two grades. I mean, two resin which were that compatible with solvent for making solvent paints. You told me some thermostatic, no sir? Thermostatic.
Grade.
That is that thermostatic
Thermostatic grade.
grade, and
Ah,
for solvent based paints, and for water based, what which one you told sir?
thermoplastics.
Thermoplastic. Oh,
Thermoplastic.
thermostatic and thermoplastic. Okay. And what will be the optimum? I mean, how much will be the coverage, sir? I mean, the example say for like if you use in any paint medium, what will be the uh, maximum coverage you will be getting? Like in 1 liter of paint, so much of pigment is used. What will be the coverage? It will be good or hiding power? How what will be the hiding power of this pigment?
Now, hiding power, etc. is a very good compared to other pigment in the layers compared to other.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you can say that about you can use 10 to 15% of pigmentation for the making any formulation.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay.
सर कुलदीप जी का एक और क्वेश्चन आ रहा है, कुलदीप जी पूछिए सर।
हाँ डॉक्टर तिरपन्ना, हमारा क्वेश्चन है कि ये जो आपके फ्लोरेसेंट पिगमेंट्स हैं, आर दे कंटेनिंग लेड और हैवी मेटल्स और दे आर फ्री फ्रॉम these
No.
things? Sorry?
They are free from this, and but they are free from this, but you have to get certified from the authorities to say that your pigment does not contain these elements.
But whether you are giving any certificate that these are having so much lead content, yeah, heavy metal, are you giving any certificate?
No, I don't give any certificate, but I can arrange to get your certificate. There is no problem, but there is no lead. There is no lead is there. There is no lead is there.
Actually, normally, we are into raw material trading also. So our customer wants certificate with whether this material is lead free or heavy metal free. That is for that point. That's point of view. I was asking.
That you can get. That I can arrange for you. There is no problem.
Acha. Okay. Thank you.
Does anyone else want to ask any question? किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन रह गया हो पूछने के लिए तो आप पूछ सकते हैं। आकाश पटनी पूछिए सर।
Tipanna ji, namaskar. It was a very informative session that you gave us. Thank you for that. My question is, we actually make shade cards for paints, and we are one of the only ones who make shade cards for fluorescent paints also. So we don't make, but we use inks, fluorescent inks. और होता क्या है कि we measure fluorescent inks from spectrophotometer. It varies. Color measurements vary on the amount of thickness that the fluorescent ink is deposited. So my question is does that happen with every fluorescent paint that the formulation of the color, the recipe of the color changes with the thickness of the coating, or is there something wrong with my supplier's inks?
No, first thing basically, one thing is that whether he is making the uniform dyes addition, because the dye also changes. So the dye source changes, then concentrate changes. So first thing, there is a possibility that the person who supplies may not be uniform in the strength, and that is there. And second thing, sometimes the spectrophotometer measurement of the fluorescent effect cannot be much measured directly by this thing. What you can say, spectrophotometer. You can measure strength, and sometimes strength also affected because of the fluorescent effect. So spectrophotometer is not sometimes a right way of measuring, but the naked eye is the best thing to judge the whether just your coating. So fluorescent, sometimes most of the times we have to compare our naked eye compared to the spectrophotometer.
Amit Mishra, welcome sir.
That is my problem.
Doctor, like in metallic.
Amit ji, एक मिनट आकाश जी का क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट करा लो। सॉरी, सॉरी सर, एक मिनट। आज हाँ जी आकाश जी बोलिए। हो गया सर क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट आकाश जी आपका? आकाश जी आपका वॉइस ब्रेक हो रहा है, सॉरी। हाँ जी बोलिए अमित सर।
I was trying to add to Patni ji only. जैसे डॉक्टर साहब मेटालिक कलर्स होते हैं उसके लिए मल्टी एंगल स्पेक्ट्रोफोटोमीटर यूज होता है, so can the multi angle spectrophotometer help in this situation?
See, in case of metallic pigment, there is a complete reflection in there. So you can see reflection, and the reflection is multi-angle reflection. You can easily measure the effect of the color of the in case of metallic. But in case of fluorescent, what happens that there is a reflection is there, and that reflection is because of the excitement. So that is the fluorescent effect is not easily measured by spectrophotometer. That is what actually I have observed. So most of the times, spectrophotometer data we never has to believe. We only have to believe the naked eye data. We compare the chart with the standard, and that has to be believed. But actually, if you see the spectrophotometer, sometimes they're misleading.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Anyone else want to ask any question? Okay. Dr. Tipanna sir, so nice of you. थैंक्स आपका कि आपने बहुत अच्छा आज का सेशन फ्लोरोसेंट के ऊपर लिया है। एंड जैसे हमारी प्रथा है सेशन के बाद हम लोग एक अप्लॉज का एक ट्रेंड जरूर फॉलो करते हैं। एंड आई एम अनम्यूटिंग एवरीवन, प्लीज गिव अ बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज टू डॉक्टर तिपन्ना प्लीज।
Thank you
Tipanna ji, thank you.
Thank you Tipanna sir.
Thank you.
ओके, अभी हमारे साथ जितने भी लोग जुड़े हुए हैं उन सबसे मेरी रिक्वेस्ट है कि आप हमारे अगर व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स के साथ जुड़ना चाहते हैं तो प्लीज हमें इस चैट रूम के अंदर अपने नंबर्स भेजें ताकि हम आपको अपने व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप्स के साथ जोड़ सके। और हमारे साथ जो भी एक्सपीरियंस आज आपका रहा है उसको प्लीज आप लोग शेयर करें अपने जितने हमारे व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप हैं, आप लोग जिस भी ग्रुप में होंगे आप प्लीज उनमें शेयर करें कि आज का एक्सपीरियंस आपको कैसा रहा। एंड लास्ट में कहूंगा कि बी सेफ, बी एट होम। ये हमारे को मौका मिला है, हम लोग अपनी जितनी भी टेक्नोलॉजी को अपग्रेड कर सकते हैं वो हम करने की कोशिश करेंगे। वो पेन विजन इज ऑलवेज देयर टू अपग्रेड योर टेक्नोलॉजी और योर आपकी जो भी समस्याएं रहेंगी उनको पूरी करने की कोशिश करेंगे। जस्ट होल्ड ऑन प्लीज। ओके, ये बीच में किसी ने अपने फोटो डाल दी थी, कोई बात नहीं। चलिए, तो मैं आप सबसे दोबारा से बहुत बहुत थैंक्स कहूंगा आप लोगों को कि आपने आज का अपना समय, कीमती समय हमें दिया। और डॉक्टर तिपन्ना का स्पेशली कि उन्होंने हमारे को इतना अच्छा ज्ञान दिया और इतनी सारी चीजें जो फ्लोरोसेंट पेंट के बारे में हमें नहीं पता थी, आज डॉक्टर तिपन्ना की वजह से हमें वो जानकारी मिली है। थैंक्स एवरीवन, थैंक्स टू यू, थैंक्स राजेंद्र जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच। मिलन भाई थैंक यू राजेश जी, एवरीवन सबका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आज सबने अपना समय निकाला।
थैंक यू
और
थैंक यू वेरी मच
इस चीज को, इस सेशन को कामयाब बनाया। आपको इसकी YouTube पे वीडियो भी अवेलेबल होगी और मुझे लगता है कि बीच में कुछ पोर्शन पॉज हो गया था गलती से, तो वही मैं चेक करता हूँ कि हमारे पास पूरी वीडियो आई है कि नहीं आई है। टेक्निकल फॉल्ट कुछ मेरी वजह से हो गया है क्या? हालांकि मुझे कई लोगों ने मैसेज करके बोला भी कि रिकॉर्डिंग का साइन नहीं आ रहा है, बट मुझे थोड़ी सी कंफ्यूजन रही है। फिर भी मुझे लगता है कि रिकॉर्डिंग हमारी काफी हद तक हुई है। आपको शाम तक YouTube पे इसका पूरा वीडियो अवेलेबल हो जाएगा और जो पोर्शन रह जाएगा उसको हम कोशिश करेंगे कि दोबारा से डॉक्टर साहब से कह के कुछ अगर बाई चांस रह गया तो उसको हम पीपीटी के जरिए डाल देंगे। तो थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक्स फॉर ज्वाइनिंग विद अस। स्टे सेफ, स्टे एट होम। थैंक यू।
थैंक्स।
Thank you.